Kimberley from Kimberley Farms. It's May 3rd, and we are in the busy season of planting season. We have planted maybe 2 days, the 12th and 13th of April. That progress on that corn has not made much progress. It's just been so cool. You need growing degree units for that corn to germinate, and so that corn is germinated, but it's not up through the ground yet. So we are hoping to make a lot of progress here, and we need to, because we're getting into that time of year where it will start affecting our yields if we wait much longer to get the corn planted. And we've done about 20% of our corn has been planted, maybe a little bit more soybeans, maybe 30% of the soybeans have been planted. We're behind normal. The weather's been very, very cool, cooler than normal. We started planting corn on the 12th and 13th of April. That was an early start, but then weather changed. We had very cool weather move in. We had a cold rain, and that can affect germination and affect the seedling. So we really put the brakes on and haven't really been in the field for 2 weeks. That cold weather stuck around. We've been down to 30 degrees. So things really slowed up, haven't made much progress. But the corn that actually was planted, it hasn't made much progress. It's germinated, but really hasn't progressed any, and it's not up through the soil, the top of the ground yet. So wait to be seen if that will affect the stands, whether as much of the corn stand will be there as what we planted. You never know until that corn crop comes up. But on the 29th of April, we got back into the field, and we planted a day then, but then we came right back and we had another cool rain, and we had cold weather set back in. Slowed us up again, really nothing was done. Now we're into May. We've started planting again this week. It's cool yet, but the forecast calls for warmer weather. Growing degree units, there just has been very little. So very little, even corn planted 2-3 weeks ago. The corn we're planting today, instead of being 3 weeks behind that corn that was planted earlier, it might only be maybe a week as far as being maturity goes when it's all said and done, because there just were not any growing degree units. What that will amount to in as far as yield, no one knows. Sometimes early planted corn, early April corn yields the best. Sometimes 1st of May corn might yield the best. You just don't know. It kind of depends on the weather as we go through the planting season. We've also started soybeans, and we're really pushing hard right now because we do want to wrap up this planting as soon as possible. It seems like once you get closer to the 10th of May, you just lose yield. And so we really want to get it in before then. They called for a little rain this weekend again. That will shut us down. So it's a busy season. We go hard. Right now, I've got a planter that had an issue. As soon as we get back with the part, we're going to get it put on and have that planter running. Also, we're no-tilling some soybeans. We planted some soybeans into tilled ground, and that ground warmed up a little sooner since it's tilled. But now we're planting into no-till corn stalks. And that ground, we had a dew this morning. That makes the stalks that are in those fields tougher. And so we want to be able to slice through those stalks and place the soybeans down into the soil. And when those stalks has that dew or moisture on them, it's harder to slice through those stalks. So we'll probably have to wait here a couple hours till we get enough sunshine, maybe warms up enough, dries those stalks out, so when we go through the field, disc openers on the planter will slice through the stalks, place those soybeans into the soil about an inch, inch and a half at the deepest. So we're going to be busy for a few days here.